Good morning, YouTube. How we doing this morning? Uh, the magic word is too blessed to be stressed. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. Um, Normally, just so you guys know, you don't think that I'm avoiding you. I am presently driving an 18-wheeler, so I technically can't see who's coming in, and it is extra foggy today. Wait a minute. Hold on. Trying to figure out where the. I'll figure it out. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, the countdown has begun to go home. Setting up, and I'm trying because I was talking about it yesterday. I live in an HOA. I got all this stuff to fix and repair the fence. I'm just gonna tell the truth. I got to fill out this act. I can't do it. Can't make the video when I go home unless they approve it early. Then I'll do it. But I am going to. I'm going to buy the stuff and I'm going to do it really right. I got to get. I'm gonna take the post out. I'm gonna replace the post. I'm gonna make a gate there, and I'm gonna really do it right. I'm gonna take pictures and then ask for approval. You know what I mean? Then after that, whatever happens, happens. But I'm on a new level of trying to do things nowadays because all of it was before it was, I was doing everything last minute, not planning it out, using up all my money, making the credit cards larger and bigger, and looking like a complete fool. And I'm tired of that. I guess the older I'm getting, the more I'm starting to understand that that's not gonna help anything. That's not gonna be the way. But I just wanted to bring that up. Before I start on this conversation, I've been blowing this off and blowing off. I really didn't do my homework. I really didn't do my homework on this, so I look like Boo Boo the Fool as usual. But hey, we used to that around here. uh, you know, mostly the conversation is going to be why am I making up excuses about exercise? But I just heard something, and I heard it the other day. And what it kind of transpired. Long story short, they removed the country song about. Don't get me wrong, I don't have all of the stuff on it, but the country song is about. I think small towns, what we do in small towns, and a lot of that from our older generation in small towns. Like, it's sad to say we still have sundown towns. And if you don't know what a sundown town is if you're African American. I don't know if you're Mexican. If you're African American, you're not allowed to walk the streets when the sun goes down. And my father would he didn't tell the stories all that. It would pop out of his mouth every once in a while, and he would tell a story. He would tell stories that would blow your freaking mind. Um, I'm actually a part of a land trust, and we're actually going to be meeting, I think the 7th on Zoom about 100 and I think it's 130 acres or 140 acres of land that's in my family that was left to me. But back to the song, it kind of depicts the racial injustices. I'm just gonna say it like that. Try to I'm using big words. It kind of depicts the racial injustice that goes on, you know, in our country. And but then my mount is acting up. I loosened it. Now it's going all over the. But then someone on TikTok said this other song that came out. But if you listen, if you don't listen and you do like everybody else, you'll believe this is a gay song or LGBTQ, elemental P, whatever you want to say. But if you just sit back and listen, what's actually going on, and this is just my opinion, the song should have been sang by a woman because the story that's been told in the song is about a woman. It ain't about a dude. It ain't about a dude that thinks he's a woman. And I'm gonna tell you why I say it ain't about a trans woman or what all this other crap that everybody. It sounds to me like a woman. And please forgive me, 'cause I'm gonna say with some of the words. And if you listen, you're gonna this ain't what people think it is, because he's depicting a sexual thing. What's going on sexually? He's bouncing off my backside and making blah blah whatever. And then the last words is bussy. Now, if you take one letter out of that and change it to another letter, it's going to sound very explicit. But he clearly says bussy. Now, if this was a gay song, it would be change the first word in ICK with kissing my eye. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be polite here because we can be vulgar or whatever, but I don't want to be vulgar. I want to just we ain't got no common sense. Where everybody's always looking to start a fight, everybody's always looking to start drama and everything else. But it's clearly whoever wrote this song thought that it was going to sound better by some country dude with a hat on and you see what I'm saying? And we we so quick to confuse and all this other stuff and not really. I literally remember um, it was a couple of years back. I walked to this diner from a truck stop up near New York, and they were playing country music, and the N word was in this country song, and I played it off. I ate my food, left a tip, and I was like, well, we ain't going back there again. You know what I mean? I, I can't force you to do the right thing. You know, I can't force you to do that. And you know what? That is actually a good segue into what I wanted to talk about. Why are we not exercising? I when I first met my future wife, I didn't know the story behind a lot of why she walks, and she walks dang near almost every day. This is her form of exercise. We have so much exercise equipment. She has a little workout room. She has one of these treadmills, but it's like a special treadmill that each leg goes up and down. And if you ever try to do 10 minutes, I promise you, you will fall the heck out. We have, and I've been wanting to do it. I think I'm gonna do a video because I'm gonna have to talk over it, and because it has music to it, and I don't want to be copyrighted. We actually have. I don't know if you ever seen the commercial. It's called the Mirror, where you are linked to the you are linked to the internet and by an app on your phone, and the person that does the classes, you can do live or pre-recorded. They can see your behind, and you do dance steps and exercise. It's literally like a Jay Jordan, but Jay Jordan can, instead of just seeing your words while he's exercising and talking you through what he's doing, they can actually see you and say, come on, can't stop. So, step higher, step higher. And, long story short, I don't want to tell all of her business, but someone real close to her passed away at a young age, and she doesn't want it to be like that. And I used to complain about it when I finally realized that I I let it, I stop saying it. I say it every once in a while, but and jokingly. But someone, and that's why she's trying to stay fit, and it's actually kind of a turn on. I like it. You just keep doing you, boo boo. But when I met her, I started on that walking journey, and this was right around Trump, the Trump era, and all that, and right around the era of when people were you couldn't, you see these videos and people getting stopped in neighborhoods and what Caucasian people deciding that they were going to be cops and police the neighborhood and pull their guns on. And I started realizing I'm going to get myself hurt. 'Cause I used to get out my truck on my off time and walk. And I mean, literally, I'd walk up the road, and then I'd walk in the neighborhood, circle the neighborhood, turn around and come back. I stopped doing that because I said, you know what, I'm going to get myself killed trying to exercise. I would literally walk out the truck stop and walk down the opposite way on the interstate. And I was like, I'm going to get myself in trouble because I'm trying to exercise. I like walking down long stretches of road or whatever. I'll look at the a light all the way at the end. I'll make it there, and before you know it, I done went so many miles. But here's the bad part about being an overweight fool. I'm saying it like that, like as myself. And you do a little bit of exercise. I don't know if it's just me. You do a little bit of exercise, you feel a little bit better. You think you super ninja. I don't need to do it no more. I'm perfect now. I walked 5 miles uh, last week Thursday. It took me 4 days to heal because my body couldn't handle it. I don't need to do that no more. I need to eat this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Or I need to eat this. I don't need this. I'm happy with myself. We make every excuse in the book. Body positivity. I'm sorry, guys. F body positivity. That's another lie. Fat chili cheeseburger eating fools want use it as an excuse. The person that has the muscles, the person that exercises, the person that does these things is dedicated to the cause of living and being healthy. Now, I'm not talking the ones that are spazzing out and pumping testosterone and all these other stuff into them and making their gonads shrink, because that's what that does. Uh, no, I'm talking the ones that are dedicated to living a healthier life. I'm not talking about the vegans that decide that they're just going to give their newborn baby coconut milk and they become emancipated and the government got to take the child away from them because the child needs all of that nutrients that you're not. And I understand the cow milk and all that stuff is plus and all. I understand that, but we are not herbivores. I think we're omnivores. You're supposed to eat a little bit of both, but not the stuff that is in this United States. Not the stuff that 90% is crap we eat is poison. But this is what I brought up. I was brought up to seasoning my greens with ham hocks, all that salt and fat. It ain't gonna taste no better. And then, with our age, we're growing and we're getting bigger and getting bigger and getting bigger because our body metabolism as has slowly slowly left our slowly left us. You remember, male and or female, you 16, 17, boy, you get out there and run 5 miles or walk 5 miles. I'm from Amesville, New York. We used to, on the weekends, we used to walk up to the mall. The mall was dang near 5 miles away. So walking up to the mall and walking back, that's 10 miles. And guess what we did? We didn't have no money to buy nothing at the mall. We walked up to the mall and walk around the mall and go to the video game room. Now, not a PS5, but an actual game room where you would put quarters in. And since you were so broke, you would watch other people play the game. You stand by it and just smile and look and watch them play, and then go to the next one, and go to the next one, and hang out near the movie theater entrance to see who was going to the movie. How was the movie? And then you go to the game room upstairs and do the same thing. And then after that, all right, it's time to head back. And then you walk all the way back home. So you probably did 10 to 15 miles in one day. And then you'd wake up the next day and be outside and play Kill the Man or pole football. What is pole? One light pole to the next light pole. You just play football all day long, and you hung out on the street until what? Till the lights went down. But now that we're older, we don't want to do nothing. I drive all day long. I got to put 500 in a day, and I spend the whole day trying not to get hit or trying not to hit nobody or trying to stay focused. So by the time I look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mirrors. No, 7 mirrors. I gotta adjust that one on top of the door. Y'all know what I'm talking about. 7 mirrors every couple of seconds. My brain is freaking fried by the time 8 to 9 hours. I do at least 8. lot of times 9 hours. My brain is fried by the time I pull over. From eat coffee to monster drinks to eating and figuring out, and half the time I don't even read that. My brain is fried. So when it's time to go walking or doing exercise, I'm in a truck stop where all of these young cats don't care about nobody but themselves coming in. And Charles always says you can always tell the new guy that ain't been driving. He coming in the parking lot hot, not looking. See, I used to circle the parking lot, and then I started. These fools gonna run me the heck over. So I found every excuse. The only excuse that I still don't have is when I gotta go shopping. I have certain truck stops that I go to. I'll pull out my cart and I'll walk to Walmart. And usually it's a good walk, but that's not every day. You know what I mean? I'm giving you excuses, and I'm not happy with the excuses that I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? I'm not happy with it because I've I've gotten I've gotten complacent, I've gotten lazy, and I feel it. I feel it deep down. And the reason why I said, look, stop making excuses. Just something simple as walking every day can bring your sugar levels down. Something simple as moving some of that weight will stop your heavy breathing, stop all of that pressure on your heart, will bring down your blood pressure eventually, will lower, the right diet will lower your your cholesterol. These are the things that I'm talking about. These are the things that I, I need to get back in track on. And I said that, you know, I said that and I brought it up as, why are we not exercising? Well, I'm happy the way I am. Are you really? When you're pumping all of this, you know, these other poisons into your body, when a lot of times simple weight loss, reigniting your body metabolism, something as simple as exercising or getting a step or following wellness with Frugal Mama, at 7 a.m. I hit it in there, get that beat. And I'm just saying that as a joke. I'm saying that as a joke, and actually networking for other people that might be listening. Think you always talk about it's a joke. Just like when Bama Nola comes in, I always say when Bama Nola comes in, you know, tell a neighbor, tell your mother, tell your father, tell that crook that tried to rob the bank down the street. Tell the cops that are chasing him. Tell them about Bama Nola adventures. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You gotta have something. You know, I think when I go home, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do like a little commercial, something like that I can play. Tell your mama, tell your daddy. But instead of us making these excuses, I'm gonna say us, but I'm mainly talking about me. Instead of me making these excuses, I need to find reasons why not why I'm not, but I need to get back into making it a priority. And again, I'm smart, so I got to trick myself into doing these things. And you know, something as simple as getting out and walking, I got to start small. I mean, maybe let me do like a half a mile or whatever. And when I start doing that every day, it's going to come a planned or a habit. I got to get it back into becoming a habit again. Once it becomes a habit, then I can excel and move up to the next level with it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm going home now, but then I got my next time home is going to be Thanksgiving, and then we can turn around and I got to switch back to, and that's probably not going to be until after the first of the freaking year, back to doing 3 weeks and stop this 4 and 5 weeks out. Um, because a lot of my exercise is spending my time out and doing what I enjoy is my yard work. I remember one time I had my Fitbit on and I checked it. I was walking 9 miles a day doing my yard work. And then I got driving lawnmowers, but a lot of times I'll go get my push mower to give me more walk time. You see what I'm saying? To give me more walk time. And I think that that's better for me, and better for the process. You know what I mean? Uh, one thing I'm learning getting older is I got to get back out there because I don't I'm sorry, I think it's a lame excuse. Oh, body positivity. You know, uh, fat obese people can be healthy. Just my opinion. I'm not attacking you. If the shoe fits, that's on you, not me. I already tell y'all I'm fat. I told you about the story. I thought I'm acting like I got muscle when I look like a high yellow Buddha. I don't have a six pack. I got a cake. But I'm not okay with that, and I'm not gonna put myself down about that. But I'm gonna slowly work on that. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna slowly work on that. I'm gonna slowly figure out what's best for me. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with you admitting. You see, this is here. Here's the thing. We always talk about relationships. Everybody done everything horrific to me. You know where healing starts when you admit that everybody ain't did you wrong. Some of this stuff you did to yourself. Some of this stuff you allowed yourself to go through. Some of this stuff. Oh, what are you saying? Some of this stuff is my fault. Okay, when you was eating that bacon double cheeseburger with the extra order of fries with chili and cheese on top of it, and that big vanilla shake with that side of apple pie, knowing you big as a daggone house and you should have been eating some celery sticks. Whose fault is that? Well, you should be able to enjoy yourself. Yeah, I keep on telling myself that too. But when I'm busting out of my pants because I use that excuse. I deserve that cheeseburger. I deserve that whole pizza, that whole pepperoni pizza. I deserve them pork chops in the smothered in brown gravy with all that, that white rice and the collard greens cooked with all that fat ham hock juice. I deserve that. And then when I'm done, I just lay down in the bed and let that stuff marinate in my stomach and then enjoy the fatness, which is me. Yeah. Who faulted that? Who fault is that? I'm just saying, man, come on now. That's my fault. That is my fault. And I do it. I do it. I'm like, I'll be sitting there in tears, munching on big old jar of peanut butter, knowing I ain't supposed to be having it. I deserve this. I work hard. I drove 500 miles a day. I'm a grown ass man. I can have whatever I want. Knowing my blood sugar peeking through the roof. You see what I'm saying? Some of this mess is our own daggone fault. And we need to get out there. I need to get out there and exercise. Start simple. Something, you know, get outside the truck right at the door. Because you know how we do when we try to exercise, we think the whole world is looking at us and nobody give, especially out here, they don't give a flip. I remember I remember one time we finally parked in this spot and my wife was out with me. We were north of Salt Lake City at a pilot. And I remember I made it in the spot and I had the inside lights on and I took off my shirt and she went ballistic. What's the matter with you? They say you all of that. You sit up here, they can say you. What the hell, God? And I'm going, what's the matter with you? Don't do that. They see you naked. First of all, I took off my shirt. All they gonna see is this big belly and these man boobs. They don't give a flip about that. They don't even care. And I said, look at them. They're bigger than me. They don't care. Ah, they don't care out here. Don't care what you're doing. Might get a quick laugh, like, look at that fool. And then they go about their business. Because that's what I do. I'm like, oh my God. He really doing that? And that's it. That's it. You know, you learn to turn an eye out here. That's it. But the fact is, the only time we will get out and exercise is we're trying to redo ourselves. We done got our heart broken by some dude or our heart broken by some woman. So we go to the gym for a couple of weeks till we get our self-esteem back, and then we like, you know, we back to the cheeseburgers and the brown gravy. You know, I'm just bringing this up because I'm actually talking about myself, and my heart ain't broken. So let's correct that right now. Everybody trying to, you know, you trying to dialogue or dissect what I'm saying. It's just a conversation. Host has no idea what he's talking about. He just like talking. It's just a conversation. I'm trying not to be boring. I'm just saying. But it's funny that, you know, you have some folks, even though they're completely out of shape, and I'm talking about you right now, completely out of shape. But a lot of us that are ex-military, no matter if we're out of shape or not, we actually, it's a reflex action. And I noticed that when we went to this park, you know, Charles and his son invited us to this park. And this ninja is ex special forces. What do I mean by that? They go out, even in boot camp, they go out. They would go out for 24-mile walks with 100 pounds of crap on their back. You didn't think this man had actually, was in shape, but he had a natural reaction to that. He was leading the pack. I said, look at this man. I'm out of breath. I'm freaking dying because I'm Navy. I was Navy. We ain't do all that. I'm out of breath and I'm dying. We're walking up this mountain and but they, he got his son so trained that pops is in the front and the son's in the back. And it didn't dawn on me in the middle of this, both of them packing. So if a chupacabra come out, they taking that mother effer out. But they treating this as a march, so like ex-military. So you have folks, and he does this, this is exercise. He'll go out there to that park and go up one path, turn around, go the other path, turn around. I'm like, nah, ninja. I'll do one. I'm going home. But I was reminded that when I go home, I'm like, hey, let's go over there and follow that path because it was fun. It was fun. I actually had fun, even though I complained the whole freaking time. I had fun. But then you start seeing the enjoyment that peace, that exercise was bringing to him. And then he's like, "Where you going?" Shoot, I'm going back to the park. I understood, and I'm like, "Okay, do you, boo boo? Have fun." Do you, boo boo? But see, another thing is I need to get back into this because that's a part of one of my better half's love language. Her love language is walking with her, even though I've got horrible, bad, flat feet. I'll be limping all over the place, but I'm in it. I'm in it, and I got to do it. Horrible, bad, flat feet. But I get, I understand I need to get back into it. And I got lazy. But this whole conversation, I might as well, it's just about stop being lazy. This whole conversation is about being complacent. You know, um, I don't need it when we'll use that excuse. Well, when they met me, I I was bigger than this, so I'm good. No, keep working on yourself because when you start working on your body, it helps everything else. Your emotions, and I'm starting to see my emotions are getting out of whack. My emotions become cuckoo. I mean that comes good content for me be yelling and screaming, but it don't help me none. Well, I'm sad and upset for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I need to, with me personally, me to get back on track. I got to start small. So I got a notebook. I'm gonna say, okay, let's do maybe in the morning. Some maybe I start out with 10 squats, just regular squats. I'm so out of shape and my knees are like that. I'm gonna have to hold on to the door so I don't fall the hell out and do 10 squats. I'm gonna get me some gloves so I can do some push-ups or get the push-up bar and start with 5 push-ups. Let's start light here because I can't, like, ex-Navy and ex-military, I can't sit here and go do 50 push-ups. You'll be dialing 911. So I need to start light, get out there, and depending on where I'm parked. You don't know. It's very dark. I don't want to be out here trying to do push-ups and get robbed or get stabbed in the neck or whatever. You know, you see what I'm saying? So uh, maybe something where I see if I got enough room in here, do push-ups off the my back bed. You know, it used to be there was a stick shift that would get in the way, but now not anymore. I'm gonna see if I can do that in the truck. Well, you know, when I get up in the morning, maybe that let's do 5 push-ups. Start 5 push-ups for 2 weeks. When I get up and do my lives, and then get it to 15 to 10, no 5 to 10 to 15 to 25, and maybe max out 50 push-ups every morning before I do my live. It's something like that. That because with guys, if you start exercising again, it's telling your body to pull off the cobwebs and start producing testosterone again. We talk about the healthy things, the healthy whatever. Well, testosterone, it does stuff for you. It helps. Like I'm talking about guys. I don't know. I'm not a woman. I don't wear a bra. Even though sometimes I should, man, bra. Um, testosterone. Because I'm thinking, I've been getting these emails from my urologist. Yes, I have a urologist to hit him up and talk about some basic. I'm getting old crap. You know, some basic. I'm getting old stuff. And these are the things that I've been thinking about. These are the things, and I'm I'm actually the reason I brought up this conversation. I'm actually getting tired of making excuses, you know. But I got to figure out what is the best process for me to start back on my healthy journey because you know it's a part of if I want to be able to do all the DIYs. I don't want to have to fall out at the end of the day. I want to be able to be proud of it, walk around, and not walk around in nothing but pain. I want to be able to, enjoy myself on these cruises and not be out of breath. I want to be able to work, keep working, because we're always talking about self-esteem. We're always talking about those things. I want to work on my self-esteem to get it stronger, to be better. Because when I become a better person, I become a better person to you guys. I become a better person to my loved ones, which is my wife. Um, Jesus, the mount just fell. Sorry about that, guys. Tell me that ain't stupid. Let's fix that. I'm gonna leave it at that until I close out. It's a suction cup mount that has a little glue on the bottom of it. So you really, it has a mind of its own. I'm surprised it lasted that long. But, in the end result, I started out on this trek of these lives to just have conversations, but it became more. It became a self-aware or a self-healing journey, and it's time again, in part, and in part, to move to the next level. And the next level, the next level is to start getting my body to get out of being fatso mode. I say I'm not putting myself down. I'm trying to be funny, but I guess it might not be funny to some people. Oh, don't call yourself that. Don't put yourself down. I'm not putting myself down. You'll know when I'm putting myself down. You'll be like, oh my God, he didn't just say that, did he? Do you see what I'm saying? They're like, oh my God, are you all right? You'll know. I promise you, you'll know when I'm putting myself down. And I'm saying this is I'm talking like I'm talking like um, I'm talking like I used to, and how I was brought up in New York. You know, the missus hates that. Is every time you go, you're always cussing and screaming and f bomb this and f bomb that. When I'm most relaxed, it's how I was brought up. It's how it's so funny. When my father was alive, he used to get on my nerves, but I would go down to his shop and hang around all those ninjas, and I felt a form of camaraderie when they would say stuff, and it's funny the way guys talk, and it's just like Bernie Mac says a joke about it. Ain't nobody mean nothing by it. F bomb. He's funny when he said the F bomb and what that really meant, and it was so true. That's why I laughed even harder. You know, and the mother effer and all that. And I'm not afraid to say that on YouTube, but I don't want to turn people off and lose people in the process. You see what I'm saying? You know, and before I say anything, guys, I'm driving, and please forgive me if I did not include you. Welcome in, welcome, 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 welcome. And anybody that comes in on the replay, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming by. Also, if you want, people to check you out, hashtag can't stop without the apostrophe. You can drop your link. You're always welcome to drop your link. What I'm gonna start doing is you send me a message when you uh, or just ask Mike, Charles, or Urban. At your ask if it's okay if I just let you guys know about an upcoming event. If they say it's okay, do it. We need to hang in there. Because I'm always saying, Urban does, uh, Saturday morning talks. Mike has his videos. Check him out. Help Mike get to the next level. Don't run the playlist. A lot of folks say, "Oh, run my playlist." You get on the wrong algorithm. Next thing you know, you don't have a channel. Um, uh, YouTube ain't playing no more. They know all these shortcuts that a lot of us have done. Don't be a part of that. But I ask you, if you get a chance, watch watch a video, leave a comment. It's so funny. I talked about it yesterday. I did a short. I'm down 8,500 views of this short where I was just talking about somebody did this aerosol can of oxygen. Now, I've been called everything but a child of God. But you know what? I went down and thanked every last one of them. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Glad you enjoyed it. I wanted to go see your mama. I wanted to say your mama, your SOB. No, but I said glad you enjoyed it. Because guess what? All you did is give me views. Appreciate you. Good, bad, or indifferent. You gave me views. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know? And I want to help just like someone helped me. Folks help me to grow. I want to help the next person. Because when we get to the next level, don't just act like you don't know nobody. Reach that hand down and grab that next person and pull them up with you. I didn't realize that folks are sharing me out. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you. And then, now that I know I can't, I can go back 3 days. I have to wait, like, I think, like, especially with this live, I can look into see who came to my lives. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to come by. If you see a smiley face, I give a smiley face because why did I do that? I got my feelings hurt on somebody's live. So if I come into your life, that means I trust you enough to give you my opinion. You have gained my trust because I only do right now. I only do two. No, I've only do two. No, I've only done three. I've done four lives. Two of them are cruise related, and two of them are cruise related, and two of them are just straight talk. And if I've given you that, I'm telling you something. I trust you enough that you're gonna say what you need to say, and you ain't gonna hurt my feelings, and I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt. Because people out here say some mean ass crap, mean behind stuff, and I would say they don't really mean it. Yeah, they do. They don't want you to excel. They don't want you to grow. But guess what? I want you to excel. I want you to grow. I want you to be the better person. I want to be the one to say, "Hey, wow, you had 2 million subscribers. I remember when you was at whatever. Keep going. Congratulations." And not being hateful about it, but be really happy for you. You know, you people don't realize that this is work. This is work and dedication to get up every morning and come up with some kind of mumbo jumbo. you know? Hey, Urban, is Charles giving you excuses of why he's got to have he he's diabetic type 2, but he got to have all this stuff. I'm gonna eat it anyway. He know better, but you ain't gonna stop him. He gonna do whatever the hell he want. And even my doctor says if you do your diet right, you could at least have a cheat day. The problem is my cheat day goes from 1 day to 1 week to 2 weeks to 3 months. I got to learn to have a cheat day and then get back on it. I've been living in my cheat day for at least 3 or 4 months, and I'm telling the truth. I'm being honest. I've been living that cheat day for 3 or 4 months. I need to get back in my lifestyle. It's not a diet. I believe it's a lifestyle. My lifestyle of changing and being more healthy, and then from there to have a cheat day and legitimately get back on track the next day and keep going. That's where I screw up. I've been on my cheat month, and it's going on. I have a cheat 6 months. You know what I mean? And I gotta get back in. I gotta get back in track. Well, guys, I was running a little bit behind, but we're gonna be on time to end the live. Well, thank y'all for coming in. Thank you for being part of. I got to have a mumble Wednesday, a mumble Friday, or something like that, something. But you know, but what, you guys, you know what I'm saying. See, a lot of us don't want to admit that we are a part of certain problems or part of the problem. I'm not saying we're all of the problem, but a lot of times you got to check yourself first. Check yourself first before you decide to blame everybody else. And this is just another form of opening up and letting y'all know I've made every excuse in the book, and I need to put that excuse book out, throw it out the window, and start exercising again, and start conditioning my body, because in the end, less medication, less frustration, remove the anxieties and all that stuff, and that's be the best part of it. Growing old, man. I mean, I'm feeling in my hips. I don't know if that's arthritis or something. When I'm walking now, I'm like, damn, it's frustrating, but it's just a part of it, guys. And again, hey, Fifi, hey, how you doing? Guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you for being part of it. You make this fun when I start seeing more than one person one or two people or one person hiding in the background. I know who you are, hiding in the background and not being in the conversation. I know who you are. I ain't stupid now. Um, but thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a part of this. Just always know, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that God loves you, and I love you too. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.